Hello guys, welcome to my channel today. One thing I need you guys to understand, especially the married men and the married women watching this video, is that misunderstandings in marriage are inevitable. But you misunderstand each other in that marriage to eventually understand each other. So there will always be issues in marriage because marriage is more like a forever something. So over the years there will be misunderstandings. But how you handle those issues is much more important. So it's very important that whenever you have issues with your partner, you find a way to handle those issues and handle them as soon as possible. The earlier the better. Because if you allow the wound in your marriage to worsen, to get deeper, it will affect your marriage in a very bad way. So it's very important that when you have misunderstandings with your partner, you find a way to attend to those issues and heal. No matter how bad it is, heal. Allow whatever that happened in your marriage to heal. Take care of that misunderstanding so that it doesn't get worse. So in today's episode, I'm going to be enlightening you guys on reasons why it is very important to attend to the misunderstandings in your marriage quickly, as soon as possible. So before I begin, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also like and comment on my videos as well. Thank you so much for that. So why is it very important that you solve issues quickly in your marriage? Not just solving the issues, but solving them quickly as soon as possible in your marriage. Number one, it will help you guys to enjoy sleep. Yes, because sleep is a struggle when you're having troubles with your partner, when you're not in good terms with your partner. But once that issue is solved, you'll see that you have peace of mind, you have rest within you, and you'll be able to sleep well. But when there is misunderstanding between you and your partner, when there is no peace in the home, you will struggle to sleep. So very important that you solve whatever misunderstanding you have with your partner quickly so that you can enjoy sleep. Solving issues quickly in your marriage will help you and your partner not to give in to the temptation of having an affair. Yes, most affairs actually start in moments of offense, misunderstandings in marriage. So do not give that room. Don't give the devil room to manipulate you or your partner. In the midst of that misunderstanding, before you know it, you or your partner, because the both of you are mad at each other, maybe your partner is mad at you or you're mad at your partner, before you know it, you begin to give room for an outsider. You or your partner begin to look for a shoulder to cry on, someone to talk to, and before you know, you begin to give room for the devil, and a lot of things begin to go bad in your marriage. But if your misunderstandings in your marriage are attended to early enough, all those things will be avoided. Do not allow misunderstandings to linger for too long. It will make you guys to begin to bear grudges, and before you know it, you begin to drift apart emotionally. Both of you might still be living in the same house, but emotionally you're apart, you're far away from each other. And before you know it, you or your partner will begin to look for someone to be emotionally connected to, and before you know it, there is an affair. So to avoid such thing from happening, learn to attend to misunderstandings quickly and early enough in your marriage. When you solve issues quickly in your marriage, it will also prevent small issues from getting into big complications in your marriage. Because when little misunderstandings are not attended to, are not resolved, it can grow into big threats in your marriage and even cause bigger problem, and it will now be more difficult to solve. So it's very important that you resolve issues early enough in your marriage. It will be easier and it will be better for you. There are misunderstandings in marriage that "I'm sorry" can take care of, but maybe out of pride, when you or your partner decide not to let go of that pride and apologize, it becomes a big problem. Before you know it, that small issue that "sorry, I am sorry" would have solved will now turn into a big issue over the years or months, depending on how long you leave it. You can leave it for a long time, And before you know, your partner will begin to bear grudges against you. And when you now notice this, even the sorry self will not even go anywhere. Your partner will begin to feel like maybe it's because now that he or she is now showing how much he or she is angry, that's why you're now saying sorry. And it's not like the sorry came from your heart. Because if that sorry really came from your heart, you would have said it earlier enough. It will make understandings more difficult to be solved. So it is very important that you solve issues, not just solving them, but solving them as soon as possible. Attending to misunderstandings early enough in your marriage, it will show your partner that you actually value what the both of you have. You value that relationship, that friendship, that emotional connection that both of you have, and you wouldn't want anything to damage it or affect it in a very bad way. So you're eager to actually resolve any misunderstanding so that both of you don't get hurt. It shows that you value how you attend to misunderstandings. How quickly you attend to misunderstandings in your marriage will show how much you value that relationship between you and your partner. So it's very important. And when your partner sees that you really value what the both of you share, your partner will love you more and value you more. My dear married men and women, for the sake of peace in your home, please, it is very important that you resolve those issues and misunderstandings between you and your partner. Your home should always be a place of peace. Always work towards bringing peace and maintaining peace in your home. In fact, the biggest impediment to peace in the home is unresolved issues. Because even when you guys are just done talking about that issue, but for the fact that that issue is not yet resolved, one person is still hurting or the both of you are still hurting, that home can never be at peace. The home might be quiet because both of you are no longer talking to each other, but that home is not at peace. So for peace to reign in your home, my dear, let go of your ego and resolve whatever misunderstanding or issue you're having with your partner so that you can enjoy peace in your home. My dear, for the sake of your children, please resolve any issue you have with your partner as soon as possible, because you will not be able to parent your children properly and in a healthy way if you're at war with your partner. And when there is no peace at home, when you're at war with your partner, it has a way of affecting your children. Physically, mentally, emotionally, it affects the children. So please, consider your children in the midst of all that misunderstanding. For the sake of your children, fight for peace in that home. Let go of whatever it is that is the problem and find peace. To prevent you and your partner from drifting apart, please attend to those issues. Resolve whatever issue that you're having with your partner. If not, you and your partner will begin to drift apart, both physically, emotionally, and otherwise. It has a way of affecting you, and the more you leave it, the more the connection between the both of you gets damaged, is affected. So that is why it's important to resolve any misunderstanding you have with your partner, but more important to do is early enough, if possible immediately, so that you don't end up having this gap, emotional gap between the both of you. Reconciliation is a practice you need to constantly teach yourself and also teach your partner. So in order for you to have a strong marriage, you have to train your reconciliation muscle. You have to learn how to practice reconciliation. It is very important to resolve issues quickly in your marriage because it will help you to focus on other things. Other things like taking care of the children, making investments together, planning together, building together, fulfilling purpose together, planning trips together, all those things that both of you do together. But you cannot do these things if you are in an environment of offense, if you are in an environment of war in your home. You cannot plan and make investment together with your partner if your partner is not in good terms with you. So it's very important that you maintain peace in your home. Even when in the midst of all those misunderstandings, try your best to resolve those misunderstandings. Resolving issues early enough in your marriage will help you prevent misinterpretations and assumptions in your marriage. Because take it or leave it, whenever you're not in good terms with your partner tends to misinterpret things a lot because the both of you are not in talking terms. You now give room for assumptions. Instead of your partner to talk to you about something, he or she will just assume whatever it is he or she wants, and before you know it, it will even give more room for more issues to come. Because if your partner keep assuming the wrong things, it is giving birth to more issues. So why allow your misunderstandings to linger? No, it's not necessary. Try your best. Even if your partner is not willing to resolve that issue, try your best. You that wants peace, try your best to fight for peace in your home, so that you don't give room for misinterpretations that can cause more damage to your marriage. It is important for you guys to reconcile quickly, so that you don't give room for resentment. Yes, because as long as the both of you are not in good terms, you continue to give room for resentment in that marriage. Before you know it, that man or that woman that you love so much, that you cannot do without, that you cannot sleep, you cannot do anything without talking to your partner, all of a sudden, all because of the both of you have decided not to reconcile, all because of a misunderstanding, an issue in that marriage, you begin to see yourself resenting each other. Someone that you love with all your heart, you see yourself resenting that person so much. It is really bad. So not solving issues early enough can give room for resentment. In order to protect your intimacy with your partner, it's very important that you resolve those issues as soon as possible. Because when you don't, you end up affecting the intimacy, that bond that you share with your partner, the physical bond, the emotional bond, the sexual bond that you have with your partner will be affected if those issues continue to linger. Offense gives room for a lot of bad things in marriage. It gives room for sexual frustration, it gives room for alcoholism, porn addiction, loneliness. That thing that excites you about the love and the bond in your marriage will begin to dry off. So attend to issues as soon as possible in your marriage. It's very important. When you resolve those issues in your marriage as soon as possible, you'll be able to fulfill the vision of your marriage. Because if you don't resolve those issues, you are destroying those things, everything that you have built in that marriage over the years. Even the ones you're still yet to build, the ones you're meant to build, will be on hold, all because of the issue you're having in your marriage. So it's very important that you handle those issues, attend to them, resolve them. And finally, for today's episode, when you don't resolve issues quickly, early enough with your partner, it can lead to irreconcilable differences in your marriage, which will now finally lead to divorce. So you can see now that the earlier the better. When you don't attend to those misunderstandings, those issues in your marriage early, it will lead to ultimate destruction, ultimate end of that marriage, which is divorce. So in order for you might be feeling that issue is too small to lead to divorce. My husband cannot divorce me. It's not because of ordinary misunderstanding. That ordinary misunderstanding can lead to something bigger that will finally destroy everything that you once shared. Do not give the devil room to destroy your marriage that you have been building over the years. It will be really bad. So attend to issues as soon as possible. Let go of your ego, your pride, whatever it is that is hindering you from having an open mind to resolving issues in your marriage. Let go of that thing and embrace peace, embrace reconciliation, because there is no gain in allowing those issues to linger. There is no profit in leaving those matters unattended to in your marriage. So seek and fight for peace in your home at all times. So there are so many other things that can happen to your marriage if you don't resolve your issues as soon as possible. So you know the right thing, you know what to do in order for that war in your marriage to stop. Do it for the sake of peace, so that you can enjoy and stop enduring your marriage. So that is all I have to say for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Thanks so much for listening, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Also like and comment on my videos. Thank you so much for watching. See you in another episode with Rusi Baby.